Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final match in the A Division in League Season 62 between BitterWurmcoil and JNails. I'm Akuchi, and I'm joined in commentary by Mort.
Hello.
And I'm going to be off the mic for about 15 minutes. So, Mort, take it away.
So the more show, and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, actually, you can hit me from the chat, but depends. Yeah. So it's going to be all me. So it's currently between BitterWurmcoil and JNails. And they are the two players that are trading behind in the Division A1 standings with the final match to be played in this season for that division. Currently both on 9k wins. And Tracer was in the fourth position, has 13.5k wins. So either of these players needs to do 5 and 1 in order to not demote. If it's 4 and 2 or 3 and 3 for either side, then both of these players will unfortunately meet their end in their current A1 streak, however long that is. I haven't actually looked it up. So all everything to play for here, but we need a convincing victory. And JNails always on his shenanigans, quote unquote fixing the ban list. Let's see what kind of spice he is going to be cooking up. Yeah, I haven't really been following the rest of A Division, but fortunately we're going to enter the game, so I don't have more time to fill without having cards in front of me. All right, what do we have? There is some trashing in Monstery, Dismantle maybe, Necromancer, Mason maybe. There's some draw with Wild Hunt and Hunting Grounds, expensive cards, but notably no villages, unless we're counting Piazza, which I'm certainly not. So we'll see how these players wrestle with that part of this game. Other stuff, there's Coven, which I think will be relevant given that the trashing is kind of slow and weak. I haven't actually played with tools much. I don't have that much experience with Plunder in general, so not sure if that's a good way to get a common stack going. Like definitely not in the open. You don't want to be copying coppers for sure. Other than that, Courier, maybe Courier open. Can open Courier Silver to all but guarantee getting a 5 cost. And also it's non-terminal, fetch your Coven, other stuff. Probably maybe Necromancer to get some masonry going. Probably, I reckon, at least 1 silver. There's also Lighthouse against the Coven attack, so if you manage to like just grab 2 Lighthouses and play them every turn, but playing them every turn is going to be quite tough since you're not going to be able to draw deck, I don't think. And there's suggesting Monastery plus Dismantle on the open. I have Dismantle as your single terminal for a little while. I just grab some gold. Does mean like you're converting your estates into copper plus gold. Anything 5 not important? Could be. If you're not believing in common being the plan here, I'm not sure what another different plan would be. Not really seeing an easy engine, so then it would be maybe like just some money stuff. So Hunting Grounds money, Scholar money, I'm not sure. But a monastery has been opened for both players. Oh, I'm only just realizing that BitterWurmcoil has a 2-5. That's yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Like if you're opening mostly on 3-4 regardless, then 2-5 basically strictly better on this board. Yeah, so JNails tanked a lot and then did not have a conclusion yet for what you want to do on this second turn. But it does go for the monster dismantle. And the 5 is Coffin. Could grab a second one here, or maybe even the 6 cost. No, goes for the Coffins. Set JNails draws. Oh, yuck. Yeah, not getting the thinning off monastery, not getting to get a gold off the dismantle. Having a second lighthouse to be able to like slow down the Coffin stacking curses. Yeah, heading both lighthouses there. Would rather have seen 1-1 on these 2 turns. So what are we couriering? Not much to courier, right? Yeah. I guess you would have liked courier lighthouse to be able to have this courier be non-terminal, but no other cards you can go to hit with this courier. I guess you do play it just to skip all these 7 cards because there's nothing good in there, I don't think. Or just dismantle it, yeah. Works well. You can lighthouse tag going, but not protect for next turn, but looking at BitterWurmcoil's hand, that doesn't matter. No attacks coming this turn at least. And grabs a second courier to be able to basically always have lighthouse up. We'll call dismantling the estate. Makes sense. Also grabs a lighthouse. Yeah, there are enough. I misread your comment as being not enough, but yeah, it is definitely enough, given the amount of couriers and lighthouses. Yeah, so Coffin is basically just a silver that gives some amount of minus points, for example, this turn, but will likely be the final turn that any cursor being exiled. So JNails, even though he had some quite poor draws, playing a decent defense, has also already getting rid of all his states. Well, BitterWurmcoil, he still has one of them floating around. So what do you grab here? You know, and you already have Lighthouse in play, so that's not too important. We bought a Necromancer on this previous turn, I think. Yeah. No, actually. Earlier. Turn 8. Has the opportunity to play it now, if he wants to. Extra treasure. Currently has 7 coins, which is pretty much enough. So it's probably either thinking of dismantling the gold into something plus a gold, but then you only have 4 coins, which maybe it's like Necro. Or you could play the Necromancer, try to hit with Mason. Not sure what's left in his discard in his draw pile. I haven't been keeping track of how many coppers have been trashed by either of these players. Could also Necromancer career, I guess, but doesn't really accomplish much. I guess it gives +1 coin, so you could Necro the courier, then dismantle the gold, and then you have 5 instead of 4 coins. So yeah, it does go for that line. It's able to dismantle the gold and also buy a 5 coster. At least that was my assumption. Yeah, does go for it. Grabs Coven, grabs a second Coven. Nope. Gets a Piazza. Both players have a Piazza already. Defeating Copper. Not too good. Okay, now JNails on the counter attack. Trying to gift BitterWurmcoil some minus points. Bitter dismantling the gold into a necromancer. And then use Demolish Trade to get rid of the final state. Alright. So JNails ended up grabbing in the hunting grounds last turn, which I'm not sure what the plan of the hunting grounds. Terminal draw seems kind of iffy on this board, but could use it to just like draw some golds or whatever. Or dismantle hunting grounds into duchy, but I'm not sure about wanting a duchy at this point. Maybe later, but not as of yet, I'd say. Lots of option here. Basically, all the options in this deck. There is currently a lighthouse in play, so Coffin not at its best here. 4 coins in hand, so if you don't dismantle, you can buy a second province. Which I reckon will be the plan. You can consider whether you want to trigger shuffle here or not. Like Necromancer or Mason. I guess Masoning is it up to 1? I also forget. Up to 1 more, so yeah. So super bad if you hit province with your Mason. What else is he considering? Maybe a lighthouse for getting a second coin next turn. Goes for the hunting grounds. So what's the reason for hunting grounds? Sure, his reasons. I'm not really seeing them though. Okay, oh, monastery, of course. Yeah. If you want to hit monastery, yeah. That makes sense. Because then you like, if your reasoning is I'm gonna hit province anyway. I'm not gonna do what else could I do to do something that's better than only spending my turn provincing. Then monastery is a clear answer, of course. Get a province and also a trash card, but he missed, so did not end up mattering. Oh, maybe it did. Like it changed this amount of cards in this shuffle. Piazzakers. That's it, not optional. It's not optional, right? So I end up having to trash a copper, but still his 8, so we're good. JNails does have I think a more reliable deck, but if both players just sing a province for a little while, then Wormcoil does have a 3-point lead. And speaking of more reliable, JNails whiffing. Only hitting 5 next turn. BitterWurmcoil's current hand also not much better. A lot of options with this Necromancer. Either Courier. Though Courier is pretty risky. Actually have to hit something off the top and it might well be a copper. Going for the Apprentice, trashing this mantle. Trying to draw some cards, but only coppers being gained. Grabs a duchy. Which... So if both players keep on single provincing, then the duchy is not going to matter, but if we're going to do this. So both players actually hitting Coffin to JNails didn't actually get him up to any price point other than like beyond Dutchy, but he already has 5. But it does give him quote unquote give him a point by extending a curse for Wormcoil. But BitterWurmcoil was able to buy the province just because of the Piazza Corn rule, which is nice. Treasure undergrounds, yeah. Getting good Dutchy. I'm buying a province, so very nice points turn there for JNails. Yeah, BitterWurmcoil not so lucky as to collide hunting grounds with Necromancer to be able to dismantle, or collide hunting grounds to end dismantle itself. It's gonna be tough here. 10-point differential. Need to be able to buy 2 duchies and a province before JNails can buy either, basically. I guess those are the 2 duchies, but Piazza saving JNails again. But I'm not sure if JNails is able to grab province here. I guess if JNails finds a line to be able to double duchy, and that doesn't really matter, but I don't see it. It's a top card province. There's 2 provinces this card, 2 in hand, 24 points. No, definitely not. So the duchy, 24 points, 3 duchies is 33. No, it's not a points card because there's kind of mailed. Not quite sure what you're referring to, but yeah. So what's your best out here? Want to? I guess buying the last duchy doesn't really matter. I guess it does matter if BitterWurmcoil manages to double duchy and province isn't winning anymore. So I guess you do want 1 duchy. Oh right, yeah. Sorry, Mason. Makes sense, but no. Alas, 'tis not. What is it? It's not dismantle, it's not necro. I think JNails has a second career. Oh no, it was trashed at some point. I mean, I'm assuming it's a lighthouse because I think JNails had more than 4. There's necro, maybe apprentices dismantle. Try to do anything. Ends up going to occur and did indeed mill the lighthouse. So this does mean that you can buy, yeah, you get lighthouse repression, buy the duchy, so that way you don't lose the double duchy, but you still need to. Like basically the first player who hits 8 will be winning this game. Yeah, in that case, adding more money into your deck does make sense. All right, so JNails has it in hand, I think. There's a 2 coins. I mean, very likely with Necro and Hunting Grounds, I guess. Oh no, you just need 1 coin because of the Lighthouse. Yeah. Lighthouse makes sense. So that's the first game. Up 1-0 for JNails with his first player advantage, although BitterWurmcoil's deck did seem, well, firing on fewer cylinders, I guess. Yeah.
Hey, I'm here to
Hello.
join you, Mort.
All right. Right on time for the second game.
That was the best I've ever seen Piazza for JNails. He had a
Yeah, did
deck
hit a
of
lot.
like 30% actions, and it hit almost every turn.
Oh yeah. I mean, why click on Piazza if you're not gonna hit with it, right?
I asked myself that question many times.
All right. What do we have here? There's actions with Festival. There's draw with Marquee. Trashing with Enlarge, I guess. Although it's not really thinning. There's Attack with Clerk. Oh, there's also Storyteller draw. There is a bunch of stuff that gives you payload, non-treasure payload, so Tactician could be a thing.
Hmm.
It's probably pretty slow to build though. It's
I
also pretty weak to Cardinal, it seems.
I don't know. I just like all the rest of the cards better. So
Hmm. No, that was variable. You're gonna be able to build a bigger engine or better engine than that.
yeah,
All right, so
enlarge is good at getting rid of the estates, but there isn't
mm,
much good way to get rid of the copper. So you're going to be playing with them. In which case, you want to be playing with Storyteller.
right, that does make sense. Both players opening silver. Workgirl opts for a clerk.
Got to hit 5.
Sure do. Fives are good.
Scavenger. That is unexpected.
Mm,
Huh.
It does mean you hit your silver,
I
I
guess it's
guess.
pretty good to set up like Storyteller on top of the deck at some point.
Mm. Yeah, gives
Although,
you more vital. Although that would mean that you haven't drawn your deck yet. So I guess in the mid game, it's fine.
well, no, you can potentially, if you play with Marquee, you can discard an excess Storyteller and then top deck it with
Mm.
Scavenger.
Right.
I don't know.
That's a
Just
nice
thinking
line.
ahead.
Mm-hmm. Both players opting for enlarge as their first 5. Uh, BitterWurmcoil perhaps a second clerk. Not interested in the scavenger or the cardinal at this point.
Oh, so JNails doesn't have a clerk?
Seems well now he does, but he didn't before.
Oh, yeah, open Scavenger over clerk. Wow. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure did.
I guess
Gotta
then it was
be
just an early game tempo consideration that maybe like you hit Scavenger turn 3 and then you buy a 5 and you can potentially draw
I
that
did
5.
yeah. I did enable him to indeed um, grab the enlarge on turn 3 and then top decking on turn 4 to guarantee being able to play at turn 5.
Yep.
So that was nice. Getting that clerk reaction going. Very nice. So it does mean you lose the coins when you play the storyteller, but you do get some more draw, so
Oh yeah.
that seems quite worth
That's
it.
fantastic. No.
Yeah.
More
Getting
draw
another
with your
clerk.
first storyteller is exactly where you want to be.
Mhm. Yeah. Both players have enlarged once, so 4 stays in the trash currently.
Yeah, it's not the best in
Um,
Large Kingdom. Probably
hmm.
would play with just one for a while
Hmm.
because there's nothing to turn your coppers into, and
No,
there's
like
no gold gainer. So, yeah.
yeah, like enlarging your coppers into estates and to then find the estates next time you play your enlarge and turn it into 4 is just too slow. Probably so you
Yeah,
probably want to
it will
turn your
happen inevitably because you have less
Mm,
search space at the beginning of your turn, but
right.
it's definitely not not great. Especially if you're
Probably more
gonna
likely
trying to
to.
get draw with Storyteller, right? A copper trash from your
Mm,
starting hand, it's
yeah.
just gonna hurt your turn.
Hmm. So probably more likely to maybe get rid of some terminal action cards at some point, unless you're like change of force festival perhaps.
Hmm.
So that marquee, I guess marquee festival is a bit awkward. Like you draw
Yeah,
back
but
your village.
you have Storyteller support too.
Yeah.
So speaking of awkward, JNails had 3 terminal actions in hand. Decided
Mm,
to get rid of the scavenger, turn it into a
right.
festival.
Yeah.
So it was definitely an early game
Scavenger.
type
Mm. It did
card.
its job. Now it's better served as a different card. And also gets to hit his estate in the 5 and 7 there. So yeah, get rid of that one with this large top deck the festival to set up for next turn to reduce the risk of again overtraveling.
There's going like hotcake. I'm a little surprised by that. Like with
Mm.
Storyteller draw, Silver is arguably better than Harbinger. I mean, silvers are basically labs if you play them with the storyteller.
You know, that's maybe the Harbinger. Is it gonna enable you, like, as you mentioned earlier, it enables you to set up a storyteller. Um, so maybe you want exactly two Harbingers, to like one of them play during turn and one of them,
We'll see. I'm not
I
even
guess.
sure if marquee is like
Yeah,
gonna be gained.
because it's also a bit awkward if you have Marquee and Harbinger, then assuming you're drawing deck and then discarding, you can't even Harbinger to top deck something from your discard pile because like you're going to discard, then you're playing Harbinger, draw the top card, shuffle your deck, make a
Yeah.
draw pile, and then there's no discard to top deck your sword pile with. So
Yep.
it
Yeah, I
doesn't
don't think
even
much value is going to
quite
be
work
gained
out.
from these harbingers. I guess you can top deck the thing you enlarge at the beginning of your turn. That's one thing you can do with harbinger.
Right, so you can enlarge something in Star Tower and then top deck it if you don't have a Star Tower already. Yeah,
Hmm.
that is, yeah. Maybe once the Harbinger will be plenty, but both players opting for the second one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
this.
like,
I guess what's going to get enlarged? The harbinger?
yeah. So that's why you get second Harbinger.
Mhm.
Yeah, this Harbinger, if this Harbinger were to be silver, then would have been, of course, been better for the storytellers.
Well, on this turn, it would have been trashed as well, I'm pretty sure.
Sure. Right. Drew a bunch of cards. Storyteller hit 8.
Yeah, but those are
Maybe a
both of
fighter
your
3.
storytellers, so I think you're not going to have a great next turn.
Yeah, next turn, I mean, you do have one Harbinger in those 6 cards remaining. So if you have another cantrip, which I guess you don't because there's no other cantrips
Yeah, I
on the
don't think
board.
so.
Um, so you did get it set up a storyteller for turn after that one, but yeah, just a bunch of treasures. JNails did end up grabbing a tactician.
Interesting.
It does mean it's 4 here and then has a bunch of stuff next turn.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
next
probably gonna
turn, definitely going
go
to draw a deck,
back.
I would
Um,
think.
did not end up going. I guess yeah. Did not end up buying the tactician there, but if that you have enlarge in your deck, you can just gain and play it this turn, probably. Use a quick turn for BitterWurmcoil as expected. Well, actually, yes, you could enlarge and then the Harbinger on top. Yeah, that works.
I guess.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, discarding 4 covers. I mean, it's just coins there. It's a bit awkward, but he's going for the double tactician line. Or
Yeah,
strategy.
we'll see.
Wurmcoil with 8
It's
again. I think I wanted a third storyteller for Wurmcoil.
yeah, I mean the tacticians will help you like find your storytellers, I guess. I don't know. I think you can play with or without tactician here and be fine. I don't think it's an advantage for JNails right now.
I guess you might as well enlarge Copper now, since Estate isn't actually better than Copper because you're not playing neither. I mean, Copper isn't actually better than Estate, rather.
I guess we'll see.
So,
If you think you can, I mean, it still might be better to enlarge the Harbinger into like a festival or something you can play at the end of your turn. Or an enlarge, actually. That could be better. Harbinger into
um,
enlarge, draw it up, and then play
hmm,
the enlarge.
yeah,
Yep.
that's what he's going for. Nicely spotted.
Yeah, that wow. Oh, okay. So JNails has just one storyteller?
Apparently so. I thought it
Oh,
was 2 and 2, but apparently
yeah.
Bitter Wormcoil does
Wow.
already have 3. One is that I like getting a third storyteller here. That wasn't actually possible. You could only get a fourth storyteller. So yeah, kind of large something here. Unfortunately, won't be able to draw it right away, but I think he'll manage. So once again, only hitting 6 if you want a Tactician, which I'm assuming you do. So I should just enlarge the copper here, or do you want to? Oh, you already touched the Average. Never mind. Don't mind me just grabbing the rest of the festivals, which
Yeah, it
are
was a little awkward because
action payload is important.
you can get the good card by trashing Harbinger, but then you can't draw it. So
Yeah.
if only JNails had more Harbingers.
Got rid of all.
So finally, BitterWurmcoil can draw their deck.
Didn't end up. I guess she knew there was a Harbinger down there, so I did expect the copper to be played, but didn't really need to. And here's the enlarge and top deck trick. Very nice.
I think there are enough
Well, due to not
storytellers,
playing with
hopefully.
Tactician, due to not having Tactician, the BitterWurmcoil is able to like play all these treasures and hit higher price points than JNails is currently achieving.
Yeah, it might be time to start buying provinces. I don't think you can do much to improve your deck.
Mm.
I guess you could do. Did you play the enlarge this turn? You did. So you could buy another enlarge to play it next turn.
Mm. But you don't have that much stuff
No,
left
you don't.
to enlarge.
You'd have to like buy a gold, at which point, like, what's the point?
I mean, you could like buy 3 cost to be able to enlarge that into a storyteller so you can harbinger that again.
I guess you got so
But
many storytellers. So we're going cardinal. I mean, BitterWurmcoil does have plenty of terminal space, so
mm,
that is a lot of
I don't
storytellers.
know.
I
I
I don't
hate
know.
it. Like, it makes you way more liable. Like, if you ever not hit a storyteller over your hand, you're basically dead in no, like, you're dead in the water, sort of. Um, and if you're thinking, I'm ahead, I don't need to rush, then guaranteeing some, well, not guaranteeing, but getting more reliable does make, I think, does have its value.
So that was a bit of a dead turn for JNails. They
Yeah,
didn't see their one and only storyteller.
yeah, that's basically running one, of course. So you enlarged just a copper into the state. Yeah. And
Yeah,
at 1 point, the tiebreaker point. Not
I
looking,
would
don't think
get a
it's gonna work.
storyteller as
Yeah.
JNails.
Well, you don't need this turn
You could
because
play
you're
with
kind of
Marquee.
draw. You're gonna 100% draw a storyteller
Okay.
next turn. Um, so you could just like grab 2 3s and then enlarge into storyteller next turn. Yeah, let's go for the marquees in the end. 'Cause yeah, you do have all these coppers that you're not doing anything else with anyway. Ooh, storyteller, very nice top deck there.
I mean, there are a few in the deck.
Yeah, for sure. Like this is why you buy the fifth one, I guess.
I would like another enlarge for BitterWurmcoil, but that's not possible
Hmm.
this turn because the enlarge has already been used.
All right. So last card is a cardinal, I think. Hmm.
The storyteller game. Uh,
I should play the short setter. Play one copper to draw both the cardinal and the gold.
no, the cardinal is trash. I don't know what that is. Clerk. Okay.
Oh, oh, I lost part of turn.
Yeah,
Two
cardinal
gold. Oh,
into
that's
gold.
where they. All right, that's where the gold comes from. Right, so just one cardinal play.
Yeah, I would buy some provinces now.
The double.
Probably.
Could also province storyteller or something else. Or
I
Starlight
do.
Harbinger, maybe.
I do not need more storytellers. Oh my goodness, this just doesn't make any
But you,
sense to me.
the second one, I'm not sure if I agree with that one, but
None of this
like
makes
last year
sense to me.
you always whiffed. Almost.
I don't know. So I understand some
I
people
mean, I
just
think,
like don't look at the province pile, but I look at it and I say, hey, why don't I buy provinces now? And I can
well,
come up with no good counter example or like no good
all
counter
right.
reason to buying province now.
What would you say the what needs to happen in this game for BitterWurmcoil to lose?
Um,
Because I think she's solidly ahead, right? Like more payload, more reliable. It seems like.
I mean, you can have a dud. You can have a dud with a bunch of storytellers. Like that doesn't make you immune to a dud. Like if that gold
Sure.
in hand was another storyteller, you could just dud right here.
Sure. But it does lower the odds, right? Of dying.
I think so. It's got to be
And
the case, yeah.
if you
Probably
think that at any point you're not going to lose a province race
you
with
might.
these deck configurations,
You
you might.
might.
Okay.
Like I don't think uh, I don't know. It's just a different mentality. Some people think it's always safer to not touch the provinces, but I don't think that's true. I've seen people who
No,
seem
I definitely
ahead
don't agree
and
with
they
that.
green second and then they end up passing up like a lead that they had.
I mean, always it's always contextual, right? Like what's your own capabilities of scoring and reliability and payload, and what's your opponent's capabilities, and in certain um, ratios of those. Like if you're very reliable and also, or if you're not quite reliable, but your capabilities are pretty overwhelming as opposed to your when compared to your opponents, then I think it does make sense to just secure your ability and then get profits at your leisure if you're not in any rush. But you do need to be careful of like bailouts or like yeah. If you're at any risk of losing the race, then you might want to start it. But
Like
if you're thinking that that's not a risk, then I don't know.
if BitterWurmcoil wanted to improve their deck's reach, I would say, well, that's maybe not what I would prioritize, but I understand it by adding an extra enlarge. But just like adding storytellers is like
Mm.
you,
I'm
you're
pretty.
just like what are you doing? Like the gold matters. The gold is actually the best buy that Bitter Worm Coil made there, in my opinion.
Because
But
it's a 6 cost province.
yeah,
And also
and also if you
good for
see it
storyteller.
early, it helps you.
Yeah.
It really kickstarts your turn with storyteller.
Mm.
Like that gold is super, super good. As I said, like
Mm.
imagine that was instead of storyteller, you could absolutely dud here.
Mm. And on the other hand, if we're looking at the other side of the table for JNails, um, you know, JNails seems kind of capped in what he's capable of doing to me. Like the amount of money he can generate is almost by definition lower with the double tactician than without.
Yeah,
You can't make any use of treasures.
yeah. I mean, you can play with some cardinals, right? However
Yeah,
many you can support.
I'm not quite sure about the festival split, but
And also, cardinals are
the
just
heavy
good
split.
in large targets anyway, because
Right.
JNails is the one with two enlarges.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can actually get some golds in deck, now their reach is like now they're threatening more.
Yeah, that's true. Although getting those goals is, of course, because there's no gold getters, it's instead of doing other stuff.
So I guess JNails was like really deliberating, like, okay, I know I have a marquee down there, but I might not see it.
Yeah.
So how many cards should I draw?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they did get the marquee. So
Yeah. Tough spot there. 'Cause did he end up grabbing a second storyteller? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think BitterWurmcoil has 7.
7-1. All right.
Not usually a split that I think is relevant,
Yeah.
but having one is relevant. Yeah,
Mm.
no, it was marquee instead, which
Yeah.
um, is pretty good with JNails Tactician deck, I think, because you can just like you start your turn with basically a 9
Mm.
card hand, and then
Yeah.
you play a festival or two in marquee, and then hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
What? What?
Mm. There's no way you pile out here, right? No. No. Surely not.
Oh my goodness,
Maybe.
is there a pile out?
20. Oh no, 18 for Harbinger or States.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
See, I recommend buying Province as Bitterwormcoil.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah, this was not a line I saw coming. Exactly with the money as well, so played exactly the correct amount of
Yeah,
coppers with
very
that
good spot
storytelling.
by J.
Wow.
Very good spot by JNails.
Was completely not on the radar.
All
Like
right,
only when he ended up trashing the clerk into the storyteller was I like, oh my god, is there a final here?
I want to point out
Very nice for
JNails could
them.
have trashed their second tactician, but they didn't. They value it that highly. They spent one more coin than they. No, that's not true. I think okay, that was probably the calculation why JNails was taking such a long
Yeah,
time, is they were
yeah.
trying to figure out how many treasures can I play to this storyteller and still win if I
Mm-hmm.
find my um,
Yeah.
Margaret. Nope, what was it called?
Orky?
Marquis.
Yeah. I mean, he did have a quote unquote spare cleric, so if he like ended up trashing the tactician, he did have a additional 2 coins. But all right, new board. Once again, light on actions. I guess if you have buy, then you can kind of sort of use delay as
Ooh, yeah, that's interesting.
privilege.
But buy is
There's
not super easy to come by either.
pawn. No, it's just pawn. Yeah.
Wow.
There's
Okay.
cultist, so I guess
There's cultist and siren.
occulting.
So and the trashing is well, there's no way to trash curses or runes. You can exile runes efficiently for the
Mm.
most part, but I mean,
And the goats,
cultist puts them
actually.
on pretty fast. Oh, there's Way of the
Yeah.
Goat. Nice.
Yeah.
All right,
I
that
would just say
makes
Siren is occult.
yeah. I mean, you definitely
Yeah.
open Siren because you can trash Necropolis with it, right?
Hmm. That seems nice. And then for JNails, for BitterWurmcoil actually, BitterWurmcoil could open Bounty Hunter Siren.
Yeah,
Well, that's not an option for JNails.
yeah, I like that. JNails might even be considering just trashing with Necropolis, but that would be weird.
Hmm.
But
And
JNails doesn't
echoing.
always like playing with attacks, I've noticed. JNails plays Necropolis, which is, well, let's
So
see
you
what
don't want to buy a
happens.
4 instead of goating a copper
I guess
blockade.
Necropolis is pretty valuable here, right? Because of the plus
Hmm.
action situation.
Yeah, true.
I think getting a Siren early is just really good, though.
What players opening on blockade? Blockade monkey for JNails.
Okay, nobody opens Siren. That's too bad. I would have liked to see one player do it.
Hmm.
This has got to be Bounty
Yeah.
Hunter, right? Unless you want a second
Mm,
blockade.
I mean, you're drawing blockade next turn.
Yeah, so you can blockade a Bounty Hunter.
I mean, you do know that JNails also has a blockade
Right. So
in his
you got
deck
to
somewhere.
play the game, right? If they play blockade, what are they going to gain? And I think it's blockade. JNails wants to play with at least 2 blockades. Probably JNails wants to play with 8 blockades. Oh, I'm wrong. Or maybe that was
I
a
mean,
maybe that was
JNails
a
also
reactive move because
because
BitterWurmcoil bought the second
Mhm.
blockade. They know
Mhm.
that they probably don't want a third one.
Yeah, and JNails knew that BitterWurmcoil would guarantee to have a blockade in hand. Yes, because she played all the coppers.
Is it
Blockading
worth?
pawn for the
Is
plus
it
buy.
worth that? Is that what? I don't
Hmm?
know. I think I'd take the bounty
Blockading pawn, you
hunter
mean?
anyway.
Just eat the curse.
Yeah, could
I'm
be
not sure
wrong.
if bounty hunter is that necessary because of wave node. Um, like I'm gonna like it's non-terminal thinning instead of terminal thinning, but I don't know.
Oh, bounty hunter's so good.
Yeah, I know it's good, but
Shelters too.
is it? But you do have two blockades, so um, is the curse worth
Yeah,
having it
perhaps
one
not.
shuffle
Yeah,
sooner?
yeah, yeah. Delay
Is
it.
the
Yeah.
question then?
That's fair.
I'm assuming she's still planning on grinding at some point. Because I do want to play with definitely one bounty hunter at least. Like late game also like extending the provinces for money and such. It's very good.
There are a lot of good terminals on this board.
Yeah, not a lot of actions. We're gonna have monkey, treasure. And it seems like both players are gonna use skipping contest. Maybe because of bounty hunter. Like I wonder if the existence of bounty hunter has any bearing on whether you or not you want to think whether you think cultist is worth it.
Yeah, that was a weird turn from Bitterworm Coil.
Uh,
They had 5 copper. They decided to buy delay. They had 5 copper in a pawn, and they decided to buy delay. So
hmm.
what's the plan?
Oh yes, playing monkeys. Buy monkey. See monkey, play monkey, buy monkey. Alright.
I don't know.
JNails accidentally delaying Necropolis to be able to play both of these terminals.
Yeah, I like playing
Mm,
pawn for plus buy, seek and delay, but
mm. But then what are you delaying? Because I
both.
was thinking, but you have
Bounty hunt the copper, delay both. Oh,
but you had Necropolis. So,
oh, I see. Well, I don't know what's happening.
I was thinking that you would just play Necropolis
All right,
normal
and
to be able
pawn can be
to.
non-terminal. Right. All
I
these
guess you
things.
do. Yeah, yeah. Guess you delay the okay
Wheelwright.
instead of playing it.
Wheelwright. This board is super complicated.
Yeah, for sure.
When you like have to use delay for plus actions, oh man.
Oh yeah,
But
it's crazy.
also, it's just monkey and potentially siren for. I can't believe neither player went for siren.
Mhm.
It's a strong card, isn't it, Mort?
I think so. I don't have that much experience with it, but it is a terminal first. But drawing
Well,
three
these
cards is that
players
like
aren't
is
shy
Siren?
of getting other terminal actions.
Sure, that's true. But like maybe that's why they don't want Siren. Because like is Siren does Siren draw more than Monkey on this kingdom? I'm not sure. And like the cursing is nice, of course, but
Well, I mean, it's really good early.
yeah,
like
that's
like
true.
both players had an opportunity, to get a siren in their opening.
Sure. I
And I
mean,
think
Jails
it
would have
just does a
to
lot of
give up a
work
blockade
because
for it.
those curses are quite annoying.
Yeah, that's true.
At
But
this
like,
point
yeah,
with
and the,
monkeys, it's a harder sell, right? I
yeah, of course,
understand that
yeah.
because the draw to X is redundant.
Hmm.
You can choose. Wait, yeah. Because any card they gain goes immediately. Like
Yeah,
you,
you
you
draw
draw.
immediately. Yeah,
Yeah, so you can't choose the order in a useful way. You can get the extra card from Monkey after your Siren draw, but
gains a ruined library. Interesting.
the wheelwright confused me. I remain confused.
Also, notably did not bounty out the hovel. I mean, all right.
Hey, you gained information from that.
You did.
The
You just
next
saw the
card in the
second
ruins
ruin.
pile.
Yeah. Well, BitterWurmcoil doesn't mind, so we move on. Siren fodder, but
I
I guess you play like JNails only has one monkey, I think. I mean, also buys a monkey just now. I
yeah.
was thinking maybe like you alternate Siren and monkey, but if you're getting a second monkey, then I guess you could alternate Siren and double monkey.
I,
By the way, do
I
both
don't
players
know
have
what the plan of.
library?
I don't know what the wheelwright plan was, and I don't know what the rune library plan was. Yeah, it's weird.
Mm.
Get to delay this necropolis. Pretty
Sure do.
snazzy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do we do in this kingdom? It's treasure payload, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't have enough actions for non-treasure payload, I'm assuming.
Yeah. What is this
Uh,
wheelwright doing?
it's drawing a card, gaining an action, and also enabling you to discard a card to gain an action cost. Card costing much as much or less.
Where the
As
plus
for
one card plus one action actually doesn't. It's not the selling quality of a card.
and what it does in practice, and not a clue on this kingdom. Yeah, are we vassling at any point? Like, there's currently too many coppers, I'm assuming, but
Sorry, are we
assuming
what?
it's vassal,
Oh,
or is it vassal? No, I'm assuming it's vassal.
yeah,
But,
vassal.
all right.
No, I wouldn't think so. Uh, I think I want to play with treasures.
Hmm.
It's
So
just the plus action situation is so tenuous for
mhm.
vassal, I think.
Yeah. Like if at any point you hit a terminal, and I guess the only non-terminal you can hit is pawn or wheelwright or bounty hunter, which isn't a lot. All right, so got to choose between monkey and blockade.
So wheelwright did nothing, just pointing that out.
Sure.
So far, two
So far.
wheelwrights played, no cards gained.
With something you get golds, and then you can discard a gold to gain more wheelwrights.
Yeah, no, I think the player should have bought gold instead of wheelwright.
Yeah, but then you can discard gold to gain more wheelwrights.
I'm
With which you
I'm
can
not closing the
discard.
door on wheelwright being useful later. I'm saying at this point in time,
Yeah, okay.
gold would have
Okay,
been
too
better.
soon.
Pendant would have been better.
Monkey pawn.
Probably,
Nice.
maybe. Oh, eventually pendants decent, maybe. Nobody has silver though, so but it's not hard to get a silver.
No.
Yeah, it's not an inspiring treasure payload kingdom, and but it's just there's not much action payload either.
I mean, there is, but there's no terminal space for action-based payload. It's like there's treasure, there's fossil, there's bounty hunter sometimes, but yeah, not really easily applicable in this kingdom. Right. Action buy, like I said, action card for the first
Oh,
one.
maybe the ruined library was gained so it could be bounty hunted.
Um, that's certainly a possibility.
I mean, it was
I
undone,
think,
so we'll never know.
yeah.
Unless JNails plays the trick again. Hold on, Wheelwright did
I mean,
something. Bounty hunter discarded to gain a monkey. Okay, so
So we
so
not
JNails
interested
has
in sending coppers.
3 monkeys now. Interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, thinning coppers with bounty hunters is not exciting.
No, definitely not. But I'm assuming you want to like.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both players do have a treasurer, which are slowly whittling down the copper clowns, but
Yeah. Nobody's taken the key yet. Once somebody takes the key, the copper
mm,
trashing will end.
it's usually how that goes on. Both players opting for their pawn the curse.
Yeah,
Those
pawn's
last two
pretty
with left
valuable in
characters.
this kingdom. Funny
Yeah,
enough.
it's a village.
I mean, so the thing is, not
With
only
a lot of asterisks.
like I don't think they would just take the pawn with a curse, but the advantage of blockading it is now you make it harder for your opponent to also gain pawn. So it's got a little extra upside.
For what's worth, he said. I did enjoy it.
Let's see. What do we buy for 5?
Uh, mm,
This board is so painful.
would you consider wheelwright here?
No, no.
Okay.
I
Um,
guess it's pendant. It's a sad pendant, but you could also just play with
uh,
cultist. Oh my god,
preparatory character. Oh, duchy.
this
I
is
guess
such
we're
a
wheelwrighting
this is
duchy.
so wild. I don't understand.
What an yeah,
Oh my goodness, I
an
don't
interpretation.
understand. I mean, if you want to wheelwright, you can wheelwright literally anything. You can wheelwright a pendant as well as a duchy.
Well, the pen is not worth 3 points though.
Okay, that's accurate.
And the piles are currently at 2, 5, and 6. So kind of a punch lead. That's not true. That would be like a punch lead here.
Feel like if one of these decks was capable of buying wheelwright did nothing, capable of buying a province, that would be a really good position to be in.
Yeah.
Looks like BitterWurmcoil's there.
All right.
Never mind.
I mean, you could still go for it.
Good.
A
Yeah, yeah.
pawn coin.
Take the key. No. Ooh.
Well, still could,
Two
but then we can
curses.
pop it in
Yuck.
the trash. But
Two
yeah,
curses. Oof. Oh boy.
so grabbing a monkey and a
It's a lot of
monkey.
monkeys.
Here's a lot of monkeys. Especially since she didn't do anything last turn.
Uh,
I guess having 4 monkeys is pretty good for draw, probably. I'll probably be able to like manage with that. Yeah, Wakefield is pretty a tough sell with like eternal space being so constricted. And giving up playing a monkey or a treasurer, be able to trash his curse is gonna be difficult. Like,
wheelwrights just help your opponent too when you gain a
yeah,
card. Sometimes it'll let them draw 2 cards.
I guess we're gonna end up playing these 2 monkeys and then delaying the treasurer.
Yeah, I
We're
would think
it's constricted on what
so.
we can gain this turn. Yeah, the draw is very important. Probably more important than being able to afford a 5 cost or whatever.
I mean, I haven't. JNails hasn't demonstrated that they know what they want to buy for
Hmm.
5. They bought a duchy, so
Right.
I think not having 5 is a blessing.
Sure. I guess the Duchy is one of those 3 cards, right?
Must be.
Shuffled. Yeah,
I think there's a
shuffled.
bounty hunter down there also, which is what
Hmm.
I'd want to
Oh, oh yeah.
use on the
We got
duchy.
there.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see what it is. It's not gold. We know that.
Isn't it?
It's another
It's a second
duchy.
duchy. Okay.
Well, I didn't like the first duchy, but I like the second duchy less.
You can exile the second one. Well, you can, but don't get money anymore.
Let me tell you what, if I was playing in this game, I'd buy a province at some point. JNails, I know what JNails is up to.
You can exile the duchy to buy a province.
No, he's JNails doesn't want to buy a province. He wants this game to end before province gets touched. I know what JNails is doing. I'm wise to his schemes. BitterWurmcoil might be
We are getting
playing
a
right into
bit
his
lower.
hands.
We are getting a bit lower with these pawns and monkeys almost running out. But
Oh
we have
yeah,
a third pile that's
absolutely.
getting close.
Yeah. I don't know what the third pile is just yet, but you know,
Like we're writing duchies to block.
it's gonna be
get rid of
duchy.
blockades. It's gonna be very slow.
It's gonna be duchy somehow.
But you can't rewrite the duchy into the duchy, so.
No, you can only buy it. All right. Pendant.
Oh yeah.
So BitterWurmcoil has a pendant. That
Alright.
that indicates
And
to
she'll be able
me an
to,
intention to buy province at some point in the game.
yeah, you can blockade the silver. So
There's a lot of monkeys. Do you want 3 monkeys as JNails? Like 3 monkeys in play this turn. I guess you can delay a monkey if you prefer.
yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
What are you missing? Maybe like the fact that there's not really much else to do here that's better.
Yeah, I mean, if BitterWurmcoil had 6, they should definitely have bought gold instead of pendant, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did. But they
It was
didn't.
a 5 cost gold. I'm assuming the
Yeah.
silver will be gained with blockade.
JNails trying to figure out how to get a sneaky pile out and win. Not this turn. Potentially next turn.
Sneaky pile outs 2 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because even province for BitterWurmcoil won't be enough to
No plus buy.
get a points lead.
Interesting. All right, so that's going to be 3 monkeys in play, unless this monkey is used as a goat.
If you're not, oh yeah, you can goad it. You can also delay it. I guess
You cannot delay it. That option was passed up. Okay.
I mean, you can delay it instead of buying something, right?
Instead of buying the last pawn?
Yeah.
No way. No chance.
All right, so
I would be so scared as BitterWurmcoil right now. I'd be terrified. Everything you do puts JNails 3 cards closer to somehow winning the game.
Action buy there. Yeah. Did not end up finding the pendant, so his blockade will.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
not good play.
That was a reserve turn.
2 monkeys.
Oh, sorry. Only 2 monkeys in play. Right.
Oh,
wow.
Monkeys and then...
No monkeys for JNails.
You can pawn, look for it. Pawn for...
I feel like you kind of have
action,
to.
But, yeah.
This is not good.
No, your next turn is going to be pretty bad as well. Actually, this curse, no, duchy. I mean, drawing the card does mean you're giving up on a delay.
It sure does. So I don't even know if it's worth it because it might. Yeah. I mean, it could be a copper. That's like the expectation.
Some curse autopile.
It's not an autopile, so. Is it? Wait, what do you mean autopile?
I mean, if your opponent blockades a curse, but I don't think your opponent's going to blockade a curse.
Yeah.
That does not seem likely.
Let me read what blockade says.
Hmm.
on their turn. I mean, they have to voluntarily choose to get a curse, right?
Yeah, so you blockade a curse, and then they have to.
And then yeah, if you like double blockade something, like blockade something and blockade a curse, then if they gain that something,
Right.
but I don't know how you force that.
Yeah. It's still a voluntary action. They can just forego that one thing.
Like even if they've delayed a blockade, like they can just choose to gain one of the other 9 targets, like a vassal.
Sure. We're vassling.
After buying a pendant.
Yeah, this pendant sure is a silver that
Hey,
costs 5.
this is almost drawing deck.
Sure. I mean, 2 monkeys will do that to you.
Giving up on trashing the curse. Seems
I mean,
fine. Not the terminal space is just
terminally drawing the curse. Like,
it's just
trashing the curses.
so.
It's tough. And at 1 point, it's probably not no difference maker.
So BitterWurmcoil almost drew deck and has at most 4 coins to use this turn.
I mean, they do have. Maybe I would have liked Treasurer take a key because you already have a monkey coming in because you delayed it last turn. So you definitely have 2 monkeys in play. So the third monkey, you're giving up province for the third monkey play. That's basically what it comes down to. JNails buying gold? Nah. All right, there we go. We are going for the province, which I do think is better. Yeah. Also denies your opponent a key, of course. I think it's closer if you don't already have 2 monkeys in play. One from the delay and one from like just playing it. Also doing that. You're not taking copper, right? You are taking copper. Why are you? Why do you want to copper over the key? I guess.
Well, you can't buy province if you don't take copper.
But key did give you a coin, right?
No, he gives you a coin next turn.
Ah.
Oh, I missed JNails taking the key.
Start of your turn. I thought it was start if you buy fish for some reason. Yeah. Okay. No. That makes sense. Then.
Oh no! If that was the case, like it'd be so hard to pass up taking the key right from the get go.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. It's not just a 5 cost. Get 4 coins. Yeah. Fair enough.
Well, I don't think
I
Bitter
am
Worm
not.
Coil is really in a position where they can consistently province, but they have a little bit of
No.
defensive VP now. One more province, which they can get by bounty hunting province, will prevent some pile out shenanigans. Although again, the third pile is still a bit of a mystery.
Yeah. Could be Duchy blockade or could it be estates? Maybe. JNails doesn't have that many blockades. You have
It's
buys with
tough to
pawn,
get
but you
that
don't have
many
draw.
buys. Yeah, it's tough to get
Yeah.
that many. And money. It's really tough to get that much money.
And like draw as well. Because if you're spending pawns on buy, then like that does cost hand space. Countering this pawn.
I think at this point, playing just like a money strategy would have been better. Now, there's like counterplay there. You ask like how much you give up there. But like if you just played Bounty Hunter, Treasure, Money, I feel like that would be at 5 provinces by turn 13 at the very least.
I mean, this.
And you're only gaining 1 card per turn, so you're not helping your opponent draw with Monkey.
Right. But then got an overrated button. Like then your opponent gets 10 pawns, but you don't really care probably.
Yeah, you definitely don't care. It turns out pawn's not a very good card.
Yeah.
Like delay means that plus buy can be turned into delayed plus action, which is also not a phenomenal thing.
No.
Like you had to draw that card this turn, so the fact that you get to play it next turn is like some little comfort.
And you do like Bounty Hunter Treasure over Bounty Hunter Cultists? I guess then you would have to spend buys on Cultists, which is not great.
I mean, there's also Siren to, that's the big question. Like, what would have happened if somebody had just opened with Siren? And especially if you can open Bounty Hunter, Siren, trashing Necropolis, I feel like that just gets you off to the races.
Right.
I feel like you probably do still have to play with the Treasurer, regardless, just because giving up the key and is, I don't know.
I mean, the Siren only gets played every 2 turns, right? So you have some spots of.
Yeah.
Doesn't get as much anyway if you're single terminal deck.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Oh, we're delaying pawn to be able to actually get plus action, and then
So yeah, BitterWurmcoil has the VP
3
lead.
actions. Ooh.
And now we're wondering if JNails will ever buy a province. I feel like they have to.
I mean, he did get a silver. So
That's the first step towards Pendant being worth 3 coins.
Or in BitterWurmcoil's case, second step towards Pendant being worth 3 points. First step being Pendant.
it's pretty funny how that worked out. So yeah, I think this is one of the kingdoms where it's possible that the players like did something more complicated than is optimal. Like normally blockade and monkey are good, and monkey is good when your opponent's playing with blockade. It's like no denying that. But on this particular kingdom, skipping both might actually be optimal.
Well, it's a situation they put themselves in, so let's see how they
Okay.
getting out of there.
Okay, that is enough for province.
And
Bounty hunting the blockade. Oh, now this is a hand for JNails.
And he only has, well, that's have 2 monkeys, because he delayed a monkey. Yeah, he delayed a monkey the previous turn, so he does have 2 monkeys play.
Monkey delay is definitely tricky to keep track of.
Yeah, it's like monkey itself delayed draw, and then you delay the delayed draw, so you have, yeah, it's a thing.
Delayed draw, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we work over here in a bind with the action space. Could also have considered bounty hunting the blockade. Like, I'm not sure what your plan is with, like, what do you even wanting to blockade for the remainder of this game?
Yeah, like what do you want? Yeah, what's your blockade? Like you can blockade a silver, but once you already have 1 silver, like meh. Second silver is not great by any means. I mean that's an understatement.
So you could.
BitterWurmcoil really needs to take that key. That's been a big help for JNails.
JNails could have double pawn for action coin and then go to Necropolis to like get rid of the curse, but signing that drawing card is better, which I think I'm inclined to.
They're trying to find their monkeys, I think.
Yeah. And only having 1 monkey here. But he does manage to grab it. Second province for him.
Vassal connects. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if BitterWurmcoil has gained a single card with their wheelwright. Maybe somebody in chat can keep track. I think it's just been an empty cantrip. Which in this case was relevant because of Vassal, but please play treasure and take the key.
12. BitterWurmcoil decides that bounty hunter to game. The first Vassal of that turn. Second, I guess.
Okay,
in total. I
this
think.
is this is this is understandable. I wanted the treasure to get played, but oh, wait a second. If you delay a treasure, can you gain the key before, like, and get the value out of the key that turn? I think so.
I guess they're both start of turn
Yeah,
actions. Isn't that actually what JNails did at some point?
I don't know.
She did delay a treasure at some point. Oh, that's a turn 15 last turn. He delayed a treasure, but he already had the key, so I
It's
think.
kind of like a weird case because an
Mhm.
action you take during the start of your turn gives you another start of your turn trigger.
Yeah. But all the start of your turn triggers can be resolved in any order you like.
Yeah, I like, and that makes more sense to me if, like, you already had the
Um,
key, but like gaining the
yeah.
key at the start of your turn is like it just seems a little weirder to me.
That's still at start of your turn, so the conditions still met, I guess.
So JNails took a turn to really foil BitterWurmcoil's three monkey setup, it would seem, because no cards were gained, and those three monkeys are pretty sad.
Yeah. They still gave her an 8 card hand, which is nice.
Yeah,
Take a
yeah. In this
key,
case,
finally.
like, might as well. Mm, yeah,
I
you don't
mean,
get much from the vassal, so maybe you play the blockade and you delay the vassal.
yeah, you can
You can get a silver
argue blockade
finally.
silver, which doesn't do much yet because you're already hitting 8s, but
Hmm? No, next turn you get a silver. What?
oh right, yeah. Sorry.
The only upside to playing vassals is if you hit a monkey. That's like your upside.
Which is pretty big upside.
It is. I just don't think it's
Um,
very likely.
that's 2 and 8.
It's either
2 and
1 and 8
4.
or 2 and 8. Yeah.
I think it's 5 monkeys for JNails and 4 for BitterWurmcoil.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Ends up deciding not to delay anything, maybe.
No, this might be card buy. No, that
Mm.
doesn't make
Mm.
sense. What is this going to be? I'm actually confused now. Action buy looks pretty good to me. Card
Hard
action.
actions. And monkey.
I would much rather delay. Like, if you want to play a monkey that is on the top of your deck, you just play vassal. You know.
Mm.
By the way, vassal would have hit. It would have been amazing. Could have vassaled that pawn and done card action. Okay, we're in the exact same spot. Oh,
Bam.
you got to believe
That's
in
how
the
you
heart of
do
the
it.
cards.
That's how you do it. And you can still delay blockade and also buy province.
Wait, what?
Oh, you probably
You
want
might want to play
to
some
edit that
treasures.
first. Yeah.
I've made that mistake before.
I
I have definitely made that mistake before.
mean, it's easy fixed.
Can you imagine if there was no undo button? It'd be so painful. I played plenty of games like this where there is no undo button.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just maddening.
We got there. So 2 provinces left. It's both they are single province, and BitterWurmcoil has the edge with the points lead. And
Yep.
JNails, yeah, didn't draw too many cards with his monkey, a single monkey, and does not have.
I don't think
Oh, he
it's
does have.
gonna be safe, right, for JNails to take province.
Uh,
You could, if you could trash the curse and take province estate.
he would say so
Yeah,
tie. He can likely blockade in this.
and also
Does
you
he
don't
want
want to
to have
buy
blockade?
estate because that draws an extra card for your opponent.
He can
Yeah, and Bitter
realize
Worm
this
Coil has the
way.
delayed blockade for estate. Yep.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, tough spot here. So probably should get even more duchies, I guess.
Yeah, if you get a duchy and trash the curse and delay some stuff, that's pretty good.
Play these monkeys. Play some amount of these monkeys.
Yep, you
And
got,
what
look
do
at all these
you do
actions you have.
blockade here?
You could get a jump on it and blockade. You want to blockade whatever you think your opponent wants, right? So either
Hmm.
silver or estate, just because you want to give them the curse, like when they take
Yeah.
it. I'm not sure what that is though. Both seem pretty valuable. Like estate is more
I guess
immediate
the estate.
mode.
Yeah, I guess the estate is also not too bad because you have silver bounty hunter that hasn't exiled the state yet because you had shelters in the game.
Yeah, yeah. I think estate probably makes the most sense.
And prevents your opponent from, getting some points lead with not getting estates. And then what else?
I
Probably
mean,
just capturing some of these pawns.
you really need to hit 5. So I just start with a
Yep.
wheel. I'd start with a wheel right, and then just see what I draw, because potentially you just want to play some pawns as like action coin, or maybe even like.
I mean, you would prefer to be able to rewrite your province, I think.
Okay, I
Grab a
see.
gold or whatever.
You can't. Wheelwright's only actions.
Oh, actions. Oh,
If Wheelwright could gain non-actions, it'd be a lot better. I mean, even if it was
right.
non-victory cards. Yeah,
Hmm.
I've been very frustrated with Wheelwright's action only restriction.
Okay, I guess there's not really much you want to do with rewrites.
Especially when it comes to like mid-turn, like gain and play stuff. There are some kingdoms where you're just like, oh, it would be really great if I could just get a gold to like play this turn, but you can't do it with Wheelwright. So
Mm.
this kingdom at least has like treasure, but not all kingdoms do have like a card that.
And
Oh,
that's opting for the silver.
okay, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a lot of monkeys.
I mean, if your reasoning is that this turn is just gonna grab a duchy, maybe slightly more points, and then you just want to maximize the odds of your next turn hitting province, then going the silver makes a lot of sense. But there's just not much stuff you want here. Like, you could discard a duchy, but do you even want to like gain anything here? Maybe bounty hunter.
Yeah,
No.
sure. Bounty hunter, treasurer. I'll take either of those. Especially with the key fight, you know? So here's what I would do with this hand. I don't know if it's correct, but I would go action coin with pawn, and then I would play one of the monkeys to trash the curse.
Hmm.
That is not what happened, and this is understandable. This is like a completely reasonable thing to do. I just hate seeing curses. But delaying the monkey like means that you're thinking out like 3 turns ahead, and you're like, okay, so next turn I'll at least have one monkey in play. So the turn after that, you know, I won't be
I mean,
dead in the water.
you can also start next turn, goat the monkey. Like if you draw a bunch with your current monkeys, and then like draw the curse, you can goat the monkey. I guess if you're gonna be planning on that being the last turn, and like you can wait out BitterWurmcoil's turn, see if your next turn is gonna be the last turn or not.
Yeah, certainly
Something
whether or not there's one
to
province
consider.
left, yeah, you want
Yeah.
as much control over that as. Although I guess the monkey can't help you this turn, really. Like
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, that was a weird choice. All of that was a weird choice. Like blockade gain is 8, please.
Yeah. So JNails currently has the only curse floating around. I guess JNails still has the option of bounty hunting the curse. Actually. Excuse me.
Interesting. So okay, maybe BitterWurmcoil was thinking, I just don't want JNails to draw 2 cards. That's why I'm not going to blockade anything. Anyways, they end up doing Bounty Hunter, and then they end up not buying anything, which is a bit dangerous, but they do.
Province is still not quite safe for
No,
JNails. JNails does not have does not have a blockade in deck, so he can't actually blockade estates.
Yeah, I think it's unsafe to buy Province.
Yeah. Then probably take the key. I'm gonna buy. Oh yeah, cantrip all of his pawns probably. Definitely want to find a second monkey if you can help it.
You did play a monkey this turn, so you do have 2 monkeys in play. But getting through with some more
Sure,
cards
of course.
could be nice. You could also delay a pawn.
Yep.
You can go action buy, play the monkey and the treasure, and then delay a pawn. I think I like that. Just makes your next turn better.
I mean, the treasure is not really doing anything this turn, right?
Well, it's still taking the key away from BitterWurmcoil.
Oh, right, sure.
You could delay the treasure. It's true if you don't care about that, because that is a stronger card at the start of your next turn. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, those are both options.
Something to consider. Yeah. This game has been going on for a while.
Oh yeah.
I think it's game 3, right? Out of 6? We're at
I
1.5 hours in.
so. Yeah, the players made this game. This board was complicated, and the players made it very complicated.
These tricky end games with save, not save stuff.
Yeah. And then you want to keep the number of monkeys your opponent has in mind, and your monkey distribution, and oh great,
Lots of stuff to think about.
Okay, so that was a card buy, which indicates that JNails is probably planning to delay the treasure, as you said. Makes sense. I would cantrip the second pawn, I guess. I don't really know what you're looking for. Maybe a monkey.
Monkey doesn't really do much. I guess second bounty hunter.
You could delay it, and anything you draw, you can delay, right? You can. Oh my god.
Right, because you can do another.
You can action buy.
Buy action, yeah. There's the
but you don't have the action situation to deal with it. Oh, that's so frustrating. It's good to not have to deal with that curse this turn, but it's like, yeah, it'd be great if you could goat that, but you can't.
Yeah, well, lots of cards in hand for player here.
I mean, BitterWurmcoil does have a lot of actions in deck, so it's not unlikely to hit with Vassal. It's more likely than the Piazzas that were hitting. Was it game 2?
Yeah. Such a long time ago. Game 2.
Game 3? Oh. No, was it game 1? No, it was game 1. Game 1.
Game 1? All right.
Yeah. Game 2 was the Tactician.
Right. Yeah.
Versus
Sneaky Pilots.
Versus 7 Storytellers. Yeah.
Oh, still this match. Wow. So long ago.
I know. It's like a different day.
All right. So can we Province Duchy? But Province Duchy is not safe. Yeesh. You can easily Province Duchy. Can we double Province here?
Yep, sure can.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I did not.
That came out of nowhere.
I did not expect that, yeah.
Shouldn't.
All right.
Nice one. So I think it's now currently 2-1 for JNails. So BitterWurmcoil is out of contention for remaining in A division. But JNails needs to win all 3 remaining games to not demote.
Well, it's going to be tough.
Hoping for, Tracer's rooting for a Bitter here.
For a close match.
Right.
For no blowouts, you know. We all want a close match, but Tracer most of all.
Right, DC got it. All right, this kingdom. do we have? We
Border
still
Guard
have
Pious. Well, that's really good.
Huh.
That's just really, really good.
We finally have a village that actually draws a card. It does like it's still a bit finicky, but you know, and you can like hide up as Wayfarer and trash the silvers. Well, yeah, we can just like use border guards to thin it out.
Yeah, I think you have to play with Hideout Wayfarer. I think that looks correct to me.
Mhm.
But in the short term, I
Probably-
was thinking, well, if you just buy Border Guard every turn, and then at some point you buy Animal Fair, trashing Border Guard, and then with
Mhm.
Animal Fair you buy Sack of Loot. That seems good to me.
I don't mind hideouts to like thin some coppers.
But yeah, but you
Like,
can do that by
we
buying Border
use
Guard.
well, yeah, but buying border guard is when you're getting rid of one copper, and the hideout can get
Yeah,
rid of like
I think opening
opening hideout
Hideout
can.
is fine. I also think opening double Border Guard is fine. But yeah.
Opening double border guard is fun.
Oh, what the hell was that? Excuse me, pardon my language. Why would you trash copper instead of
Trashing.
estate? You like really want to have curses from Hideout? That seems like not the right time to be worrying about that. Oh, that's what it is. You want Hideout to
Right.
trash estate so you can buy Wayfarer
Right.
for cheap.
Early
Okay.
Wayfarer.
I still, yeah, a bit surprising, but
I mean, yeah, trashing one estate isn't gonna make that super less
no, yeah,
likely.
JNails didn't hesitate to trash
Especially,
estate on turn 2.
uh,
It's still kind of weird, but I understand the
trashing
motivation
border guards
a little
though
more.
are gonna enable you to. I think I would play this border guard. I think I want to keep the shuffle. Yeah, there you go. All right, JNails colliding.
Okay,
Nice.
so
Black.
all right, forget the animal fair plan. Um, but yeah, now we're just gonna be trying to get a sack of loot when as soon as we can afford it, and until then, probably another hideout, maybe. I think you want to play with 2 hideouts. Okay, that I don't know what that scholar's gonna do. I don't play with scholar when there's other draw, so we'll
It's
see.
gonna it's gonna discard your hand and draw 7 cards.
Okay, this looks like sack of loot to me.
Uh, Get that bread. Bread being loot.
Yeah, but it's treasure payload. So like, why are you playing with scholar?
Mm. Sure, sure. Especially, I guess, could you have bought? No, couldn't have. Could not quite have bought a Wayfarer there, but maybe if
Chalice.
you sequence that turn a bit differently. Yeah, 'cause she did try to curse herself in the state. Hmm, I don't know. Didn't follow it that closely.
What an amazing scholar. Look at how good this card is.
I guess it was JNails bought Scholar. I thought it was a bit of Wormcoil for some reason. Never mind that. Oh yeah, I can't even buy Wayfarer because it costs 7. I guess you can if you like
By Border
grab
Guard.
something else first. Yeah.
But JNails only has the 1 hideout. So
You can get rid of this pesky scholar with your border guard buy.
How did the scholar wind up in my deck?
You can also buy an animal fair with the scholar,
That's true.
which doesn't really do much, but you know, it's 4 coins.
I mean, Border Guard
Second sack. Yeah,
could very well empty.
sure. I don't have enough draw to get back to this.
Yeah, you do.
Do you? Oh, yeah, for a second hideout, sorry. Yeah, yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Chance.
you don't take the silver there. I don't think you need a second sack.
I'm not sure. Like BitterWurmcoil did end up getting the chalice, which is
Yeah.
a wave, so
Oh, you
we're
have.
kind of behind on cleanup because of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's pretty tough to keep adding draw to the deck because of the like hideout situation. Like
Mm.
what once you're out of cards you actually want to trash, hideout Wayfarer is the same as village mode, right? Or festival mode
Um,
or festival smithy, right? Kind of thing. Well, except for, whatever. You're only increasing your hand size by one. Is what I'm trying to say with that pair.
mm.
So it's pretty weak draw. Okay, he got staff, which people think is really good with scholar. I'm not even convinced it is, but
Mm. It is
JNails did get staff, which opens up more
confused
possibilities.
by
What another
looking
scholar?
at a synergy.
What is even?
Seizing this turn.
I
Plans.
guess.
Excuse me. So I
Okay,
can you can do the thing.
I really,
Doing the
I
thing.
really
Yeah.
hate JNails being rewarded for this.
Woo!
And they got Sexton too, so that they can just like set up their. Oh my god.
That's what's called
Why?
being that's what's called
Why?
being rewards for correct play.
He's a pro gamer, I guess. I just don't even.
They still only have one hideout. He does, right?
Yeah.
Yeesh. Should probably get a second one at some point.
No. Just
No?
trust that the loot will bail you out.
All right. Well, I mean, this match, jump size 100% hit rate. You know,
Womp womp.
not quite able to be up for. Yeah, I think the NS challenge did hurt a bunch.
Yeah.
Like they're hitting 15 instead of 17.
Don't think you really. Don't think you really want anything. You you could get secret passage. Secret passage. Try to set up for future turns or something.
Hmm.
Plus a border guard, whatever.
Yeah, 3 Wayfarers already. That's probably plenty. Um,
Yeah, you can't really support anymore. Yeah.
you can charm and then you gain a loot and you can gain an Emerald or a Wayfarer, which you don't want, but it's there as a possibility.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, hey, Seize the Day is in the kingdom. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah, JNails
JNails just
seized.
wins.
I mean, JNails already seized
Oh, okay, okay.
last pair of turns.
How did I miss that?
Could see seizing here for Bitter. Crucible.
Oh, they just had like
Sure.
a bad first turn. I see. Yeah, actually, this probably would be a good Seize turn.
I don't know. Seems like she's going for it. Given that undo.
I don't know. There's lots of things you could do.
Mm.
Undoing the province spy is concerning to me.
I
But
guess.
like, how many can you safely? You can leave 3 provinces safely. Okay,
Mm.
I think
You
I
can
would
do it safely, I guess.
think I would seize, but it's nice to have that like pile threat because if JNails takes a single province, now they have to kind of be worried.
Yeah.
Well,
Double provincing is also kind of iffy. Is it? I think
oh
so.
yeah, double province is losing. Single province, I'm not sure actually. Like, can BitterWurmcoil double province and seize on their first turn? Probably not, and they can't triple on
You
their
can.
second. I don't think.
You can. All right, because yeah. You would need to province duchy, seize, and then triple. Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Anyways, JNails didn't have a good turn. Any which way, so they still do have the option to buy province. I think it's probably safe.
Yeah.
Got a hammer time. That's an easy way to get an extra hideout if they want it.
I'm wondering about not playing as hideout trashing a copper. Like the average drawing your deck is surely
They
more than one
can't.
coin, right?
They can't. The Wayfarer was
Oh, it was staffed. Oh, that's
terminally
right.
played.
Oh, and they gone. I was looking at their remaining action, but that was because they staffed the bodyguard. Yeah, all right, never mind. My bad. Don't mind me. All right, so single province.
JNails thinking about whether estate does anything relevant. Decides to not buy a free border guard. Okay, interesting choice.
Yes. Yeah, the pile lowering doesn't.
Hammer gain Crucible, by the way. That does add some extra reach. Oh, yeah, BitterWurmcoil has Crucible. That does make it much easier to double province seize and then double province.
Crucible sack?
Ooh.
No. I guess you can Crucible the province if you really want to.
If you're really confident, yeah. I mean, you do it anyway, right? You have plenty of plus buy, so it seems fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Crucible province makes you a bit
and you have both
reliable.
of the border guard state artifacts, so yeah.
Bang. Poof.
Got to go for it.
All right, I like it.
Yep, I think it's the play.
Okay, wham, blam, blam.
Seize, and then I think Secret Passage.
Yeah.
Actually, Border Guard. Double Border Guard, yeah. Absolutely. Border Guard's really good.
Sure.
And you can top deck it because you played Insignia. 3 Border Guards on top. I think you're going to come out ahead here.
Not looking good for Tracer.
Wait, isn't that looking good for Tracer?
I mean, if BitterWurmcoil... Oh, it is looking good for Tracer. Tracer was rooting for BitterWurmcoil. Right. Is it looking good for Tracer?
This is not really what you want your border guard to reveal, but I think you have to take the hideout.
Yeah, I guess. And that enables you to play your Wayfarers, probably.
Gold.
Okay.
Yeah. Crucible. Ooh, never mind. Wayfarer, but oh boy. That's rough. Doubloons. Border guard, okay. Insignia. What?
No, border guard. I mean, I think you're just looking for your second hideout / Wayfarer, right?
You're not drawing deck.
Oh, wait. She does have a second hideout, yeah? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, but you do want to draw a bunch more.
Yeah, you got Crucible, you're good. Yep, drawing back around to Crucible was winning. I don't think that was guaranteed, but yeah, you Crucible the sack. Don't be a fool. Don't Crucible the province when you don't have to. What? The figurehead? Oh, come on. What did figurehead ever do to you?
Give 7 coins.
No, you actually would have had enough to buy a duchy instead of an estate if you had trashed the sack of loot, because figurehead gives you 3 when you play it. And the sack only gives you 1. So you would have had net 1 more coin. So you would have gained 2 more VP and had a more efficient final turn. It's very important.
Okay. All right.
2-2. So now both these players come out.
Oh. So it goes.
But we're going to watch some fun Dominion anyway. We've got some strong cards here.
Oh, yeah.
We have Vampire and 2 5-cost cards that are strong enough that you might actually consider opening them over Vampire, which is rare. Of course, with Sook, it depends on the situation. If you play 5 copper,
Mm.
buying Sook is, madness. But if you get to trash
No,
in a
no
state,
two paths to speak of, so both players on 3/4 is no freeze to gain, so it's either gonna be Candlestick Maker or Silver here for the 3. I can imagine Silver because you want to hit all of his 5s.
yeah,
For
for
4,
sure.
maybe another Silver, or do you try to high roll with Baron? I think high rolling with Baron here is great. It's gonna fall off really quickly, and
I don't
usually
know.
there's a Princess on board.
I could see it working out.
Sure, but
I think
is
I
it?
have bad judgment with Baron, so
Mm,
I think I like Baron. No, I think I like it. You
yeah,
don't like want a King's Court on turn 3 or 4, but like it can get you King's Court faster than any other card.
sure.
And also,
Do you want
you know
open
what
here?
Baron can do? It can get you a Sook that actually trashes cards.
Yeah.
Patient First Mate. That's pretty good. I mean,
I
like
guess still prefer
Patient
double
is
silver, but
probably the weakest kingdom card in this kingdom, but Patient is a nice trait for it.
mm,
There we go.
both players do end up clicking on Baron and silver as well. So
Okay.
BitterWurmcoil, this does hit 7, 8 even.
I feel like this is a kingdom where you could even. Nah, you want to play with at least one vampire. Probably exactly one vampire.
Mm.
I was thinking, do you skip vampire? But the attack's relevant. Bat's good at trashing copper. You do it. BitterWurmcoil hits 8.
Around. Buys a Wayfarer now.
Okay, so for JNails,
Does
this
not.
is like the Sook buy I'm talking about, right?
Mm.
Yeah, that's where Baron, really nice.
Mm. Yeah.
So
Especially for a
wild.
bitter,
Oh,
the Vampire Mist Shuffle.
I guess that doesn't matter because JNails is just gonna buy another Wild Village.
Right.
Wait, what just happened there? Okay, JNails did not. JNails bought a Candlestick Maker instead. That's surprising to me, but okay.
I mean, Candlestick Maker is a decent King's Court target. I guess you would rather
Interesting. I'm a little
prefer Waffles, but
surprised not that King's Court. JNails didn't buy King's Court there. I don't think second Sook trashing 2 copper is better than a King's Court.
I guess Candlestick Maker is a tiny combo with Sook, but
Patient First Mate. I
worth
did
it
not
here.
expect this. I don't hate it, but I did
Oh,
not expect it. Like, nobody's bought a Wharf. Nobody's gained a Wharf.
yeah,
Alright, this has got to be Wharf.
next
For
first King's
BitterWorm
Court.
Coil, right?
There we go.
What? What? Do people not see that Wharf is in the kingdom?
I mean, you're gonna draw deck in different ways.
How? What do you mean you're going to draw deck anyways? With your one first mate? Come on, Mort, back me up. Where are the Wharfs?
They're currently 10 in the Kingdom pile. So there you go.
This is bonkers. I think this is bonkers. Oh my goodness.
Bit of work around looking quite nice.
Like
Looking
what?
at this bitter hand,
Like what is
what kind
it?
of tricks can you do here?
You can't do anything. What is this stupid first mate doing here? What if imagine that was a Wharf?
It's patience.
King's Court that Wharf. I
That's
don't
not
even think you
patience.
should be playing that first mate. I guess it's good to
It doesn't
draw
have
the.
to.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
draw the bat. That's
I mean,
good. That's
having
worth.
like 90 coins and a bat is pretty nice.
Oh yeah, and
90 coins
you
for
get
my
3
coins.
extra coins. So yeah. Worth. Definitely worth.
So King's Court.
Double Wharf.
I mean, yeah, If you go for Wharf, you definitely need Wall Villages. I
You
guess
could
you do have
also
one.
actually you could double Kingscourt Wharf. That seems even better.
Yeah. Like a second copper, you definitely got a treasure estate here. I guess
Oh,
is your last estate for your Baron?
yeah,
I
that
don't
might be
really care
the.
about the Baron
I think
anymore.
that's the last
Yes, it is the
estate.
last estate.
No,
Just five
I would
dollars.
keep an estate. I think.
Hmm. But
I mean,
that
come
offer
on,
you
we
definitely
have
get.
Wharf in the deck. How hard could it possibly be to draw everything every?
In fact, we do not have Wharf in the deck.
Is this like an agreement that they have? I missed it in the chat when they said, "Hey, you want to make this game, this board more interesting and not play with Wharf." I missed that.
I mean, BitterWurmcoil this turn did not have much trouble drawing a bunch, and
Drawing
I
a
guess
bunch. I
yeah, I
guess
guess
like it Sook
I was
payload.
looking at the empty draw pile, but I guess that was over 2 turns.
Well, this is interesting.
Oh, this first mate's gonna do work for BitterWurmcoil.
I'm wondering, do you Kingscourt the first mate or first mate the Kingscourt?
Uh,
I'm not sure. I think I think you Kingscourt the first mate.
yeah, because then you get like,
Well, no. It's a tough one.
but then you get. I think you Kingscourt is first mate because then you can play your action that you draw. If you first mate a Kingscourt, they're out of actions after Kingscourting a Sook. They definitely want to.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
that's
drop a 6 and
obvious.
then you can't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's a real nice turn though.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
well, I mean, you get a lot of coins from that. But yes.
18 coins, and now I have a 6 card hand to play with. Oh yeah. That seems pretty good.
Okay.
This first mate's not doing much. Last
This
person stayed.
second, yeah, this
I guess you get
is
patient this first mate. So
you can do
Wall
what?
Village patient the first mate.
Patient is like end of the turn, right?
Yeah. So again, just not play the first mate.
Oh, yeah, sure. I thought you meant like
Uh,
in the middle of the turn or
no.
something.
No.
Is there a King's Court? There's a King's Court down there.
No, it's actually estate.
Oh. Oh, they only have one King's Court. Okay. I can't keep track of these decks.
No.
If you actually
when you're go ahead.
Oh, they're done. That's it. Finito. All right. So yeah, I think I understand the skipping Wharf thing maybe. I think the idea is you just always want a small hand size because you're playing with Sook for your payload.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I'm not convinced this is necessarily better than playing.
This was what turn? There's 10, 11, hitting price points of 19 and such.
It's definitely like Sook is definitely the best action payload, right? The best thing to King's Court. So it's a little tricky. If you're playing with Wharf, like I think you keep the Baron and you try to like set up a triple Baron and then a triple Sook at the end. Like that's how you end your action phase. But I guess you can't do a whole lot more.
Triple Baroning seems tough to get the necessary amount of states in your hand.
If you're playing with Wharf and King's Court, I don't think it's difficult.
Oh, sorry. You're. I mean, are you then not trashing your states with bats?
You can gain
And
states
or
with
Sook?
Baron. Like it's a self. It's a problem that solves itself basically. If you have Baron and one estate in hand, you discard one estate and gain two, right? When you play with King's Court, and then if you have Baron and two estates, you know you get to three estates trivially if you King's Court or Baron. So that's 12 coins, and then you triple a Sook, and that's going to be like probably 6 coins because you have like a vampire or a bat or something.
Which is a payload. It is.
Huh.
Right, well,
Well, no
Wharf's
wharfs were
ready again.
gained. Wharf, bad
Yeah,
card.
Wharf.
Let's
I mean,
reevaluate.
spending money on buys of Wharf is pretty slow. Apparently.
I mean, we did not
I'll
see
see
that.
them.
We don't have that data, Mort. We did not get to see what would
Let's
happen if
say
somebody
that
played with Wharf.
the players have decided it would have been too slow.
Or they thought
All
the
right, so
first
it's
mate
pretty.
looked more fun. Who can say?
I mean, I am a big fan of fun.
I
Winning
am
is
not a
fun.
big fan
I
of
like
first
winning.
mate. Honestly, I just
I mean, but what if it's
it's
a patient? What if your first mate enables you to like get like 30 coins of your six?
does it though?
I mean, it certainly did.
It's mostly the King's Courts that's doing that.
Details. I mean, in that JNails final turn, he didn't Kingscourt. It's the first mate or six. His opening hand was first mate, candlestick maker, first mate sook, and then he had 30 coins, and then he drew the Kingscourt.
That's pretty good. No,
Yeah,
no lie, that is
it's
pretty good. This kingdom is
new
kind of
board.
weird. This feels like a kingdom you would find in some kind of themed mix. There's like a lot of things that do similar things. There's a lot of
traveling here. Like there's
cheap orange.
two ships, there's a camel train, there's cavern guard. Advance. There's also a defensive forward. But yeah.
So
What's the plan here?
I have no idea. I've been looking at this kingdom and my brain has come up with absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like mine too. So I was like hoping that you had something, but
like there's not an easy way to draw. There's not there's no way to trash estates.
I mean, just have it probably empty, then city draws.
Yeah, I mean, city will definitely be good if a pile empties, no doubt. Maybe with Camel Train, you could just like try to empty overlords.
And just buy one of them and have a bunch.
Yeah. Like, and then when you have a bunch of overlords and they're empty, then you can play them as city.
Yeah.
That's what I came up with.
All right. I don't hate it.
There is plus buy in the form of ducat, so we got that. Like there is payoff if you can draw. Like there's a lot of stuff that's worth 2 coins. You know, if you're just playing a bunch of stuff, right? Like you can play those overlords you don't need to draw as flagship or improve or both or whatever.
You cannot overlord a flagship.
Oh, is flagship a
Man, yeah.
Okay, well you can play flagships and you can play overlords as improve or whatever.
Oh, sorry. Do you have a divergence in opening buys? Orko going for overlord, while JNails opted for the flagship.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the weaker overlord open kingdoms. It's like there's no trashing. The 5-cost card that you can play overlord as, you don't want to play it as early. So yeah, skipping overlord seems reasonable to me. But
it's the downside of opening
double terminal, yeah.
Exhibit A, yeah. Look at the top of your screen.
You know what else? What pile could empty first? Estates.
With the Wayfarer,
yeah,
maybe. I mean,
I don't even think
there's probably gonna be better things to weigh, like better things to do with your action cards than weighing.
I think estates are going to empty before any kingdom pile, with the possible exception of city, depending on both these players play. That's my call.
All right. The wager has been made.
But based on the 2 camel trains, probably city empties first.
Yeah, with these camel trains and Wave the Worm, you can also mid-turn activate your city. So you don't like. There's often this standoff, or like who's going to buy the last city and enable their opponent to have a big turn first. But if you can just like empty them yourselves after the third turn, then
It is definitely like a little sad to exile the last city with Camel Train, but
right, yeah.
it can be worth it. But it is definitely going to be, it did not fill you with great joy.
I guess not, but you can, like, if there's a bunch of estates already gone, then you can wait to worm something, go in estate, and then have them be turned on.
Oh, that one, yeah. Mid-turn Way of the Worm activate, yes. That feels good. Camel Train getting rid of the last city would not feel quite as good. But it could be correct.
Not small joy.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe Overlords are emptying first. I can't keep track.
And discarding 2 for an exile, it's pretty...
It's good. It's good with Camel Train.
Yeah. Like, Camel Train gaining 8 coins is a lot of coins be gaining with a 3-cost action.
Oh my god. The Camel Train gains the Overlord, and the Overlord gets played as a Camel Train. This is... will it ever end? So no Way of the Worm so far, so it looks like I'm dead wrong with my prediction.
I mean, yeah, both of these cities are still in exile, I think. Yeah, all of them are actually, so not really the eternal space for worming anything.
Oh my god, it'd be masterful if you could just like deny all the cities from your opponent because they got greedy and left them on the mat.
Alright, well, that's 5 points for 4 cities. Pretty nice.
BitterWurmcoil avoided that fate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. 5 cities added to the deck. Counting 5.
You know what? No player has gotten a ducat for +5.
I mean, if you're gonna Overlord Camel Train exiling Overlord, then your city is gonna be +5.
It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous
to make this Camel Train.
Sure. I mean, you can exile anything.
Yeah, but like, you could keep around these 2 flagships for next turn.
Oh, I see. Good call.
Assuming JNails gonna empty the city pile, because you're definitely not. And then you probably want the flagships to be around to be able to, like,
I did not think about that.
City.
Yeah, good call.
Then what are you buying for 4?
Ducat. I'm buying a ducat. I want +5. Yeah, no, okay. What I was trying to say is like level 2 cities or whatever. When there are 2 piles empty, the cities at that point, if I am always nervous to leave to not win the game on the turn that happens, right? You know, like if you give your opponent a turn where their cities are market lost cities, it's just so easy for them to just like win on estates or whatever.
Yeah. You could advance Camel Train, but then you don't have a Camel Train anymore. I don't think I mind. You can either, like buy a ducat, or you can get another Overlord.
You can also, advance, You can advance the Camel Train, not into Overlord, but... Ooh. Oh, you could advance into City. I don't know if that's good, but you could do it.
Yeah, but then you're emptying cities while JNails, like... Yeah, I think I like that.
Holy crap.
So we're getting...
Some people just want the world to burn.
I mean, you do now have a lot of city effects. JNails unfortunately drawing copper. If JNails would have drawn a city, and you could have overlorded the Camel Train to the city and then have a city be turned on. But...
See, the thing about these decks are they're actually really bad because nobody's trashed any starting cards.
Yeah.
Once City and Overlord once one of those gets taken, if Overlord gets taken, their decks are amazing. If City gets taken, their decks are okay.
Wait, can you not Overlord an empty pile?
You sure can't.
Ooh, Okay. I like
Hopefully,
taking
BitterWurmcoil was aware of that.
Okay. Yeah, I like taking 4 overlords last turn a lot less than I thought it was.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
in that case,
JNails does not know what their opponent has, but if they knew what we knew, they would just like play Overlord as improve or flagship and then buy a city.
Flagship's gonna be tough to overlord.
I keep forgetting. It's like it's not really a command card. Like I think it just has that type to avoid a problematic
Yeah,
interaction. I
yeah,
forget
to like,
which.
I mean itself, I guess.
Oh
It
yeah,
actually not
that might be
takes not.
that might be it.
It could just be templated as not a flagship card, of course, but I don't know. That could be some other thing as well.
I mean, it would certainly be super confusing with. Never mind. Captain says non-duration. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably just a self then.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm.
Captain takes care of that.
So, what happens if you have flagships in play and then you play? Oh, you can't even flagship an overlord. How does it work? I was thinking, what happens if you flagship an overlord? Overlord, the first one to copy Camel Train, taking the last city. I guess then you just play an overlord without city being there. Never mind.
Oh,
Don't worry me.
there are multiple reasons why you can't do that.
Yeah. I was like having flashes play basically like king scoring, right? But no, definitely not. Because then if you king score an overlord as a city, blah blah, no, that just doesn't work. That's another thing. All right, what's this overlord gonna be?
I mean,
Cannon
if you
boy?
want to buy a city, it's an improve.
I mean, I guess you can Camel boy into city, right? As
Why
well?
would you do
How
that?
can
You want
Oh
that
no, just
city.
normals. No, I thought like no, I misread Camel boy.
If
I
you
thought you can
really
like
were in, yeah. Okay, well, that
I
ended up
thought you could
being
like
correct.
I thought you could like Camel boy like at the start of your turn empty the city pile, but no. I guess maybe JNails' reasoning was BitterWurmcoil has a bunch of overlords. I don't want those overlords to be able to play cities, so yeah, these overlords just being cannon boys is a bit of yikes.
Yeah, no, I agree, right? Because even if JNails doesn't empty a pile, it would be possible for BitterWorm Coil potentially to Overlord, play a city, Overlord, or play a Camel Train or something to empty a pile, and then
Yeah.
you're off to the races.
Mm. If
In
you kind of
particular,
choose that.
emptying Overlord, right? And then you can play all your Overlords as cities and whatnot.
Right,
All
so this
right.
is a lot of more pressure from BitterWurmcoil having 3 cannon boys coming in to over 3 flagships. I guess it doesn't really do much yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
guess it does
nobody
because you
has a
can.
duck. No, you could play as an improve. You can play. Yeah, you can play Overlords as improve, and then your Camel Trains can turn into flagships. So it is pop pressure.
Yeah,
Although
I
I
was also
think only
thinking
one
about.
Camel Train.
I mean, you can also trash your cannon boys or total overlords as cannon boys into flagships. Then overlord a camel train, taking the last overlord, and then your city's online. And you can probably buy a double flagship plus some points.
Yep. I think I follow. Yep. Um, except I don't actually think that anybody's deck will be that good because again, they have not trashed any of their
Right.
starting cards. Let's remember.
Recurrent theme here, yeah.
Like, look at this amazing turn that JNails is having.
I mean, sure is one of the turns ever.
Mm-hmm.
So is this the point where you start worming?
Huh?
Worm the camel train, play the flagship.
Yeah, Worm the Camel Train, play the flagship. Yeah,
I
that's.
duck it. Nope, just buying camel boy.
I like Ducket. I don't know why these guys don't like Ducket.
It doesn't really do much. Right, do you pounce on the flagships? Nope, you just get a bunch of money and buy a province. Okay.
Well, if they draw their Camel Train, they can do more than that. Here we go.
All right, there you go.
This could be. I think it's worth.
So counter overlord plays. You cannot really. Can't also flagship your city.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess you can flagship city here and then camel train for your next city. 'Cause if you now camel train and then city, then you have a
Yeah,
like
yeah,
US
yeah. I
flagship.
see.
Guess I like that a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
If you camel train first, you have 2 draws to like hit your second city. If you flagship city, then
Yeah,
like
and you can actually
miss out
change
on
whether or
some
not.
coins.
Yeah, and based on whether you draw it or like, you can decide what to do with the camel train. If you like draw 2 cities, you can be like, all right, it's worth, or like flagship city or something. But if you don't,
Yeah, yeah, I think I like flagshipping city here. Like
Mhm.
you lose out on some amount of coins and buys, but I don't think that's gonna be the difference maker.
One amount, the amount is 1.
No, because if you, I guess yeah, you still have the flagship for your second city then. Yeah, yeah. So losing out 1 buy and a coin, but you're like gaining 2 more draws to find your second or third, I guess, city to not
Oh,
dud.
I see
Or
what you're
like
saying.
have this not.
Like that flagship can potentially duplicate another city. Yeah. You're right. It could be up to 2.
Right. But it is very risky.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to take the
3 cities
risk.
remaining in 7 cards. Yeah. I guess you should probably calculate before it.
Well,
calculate whether you need a coin or not before like making one of those decisions. But
what's the plan? A save pile out with Way of the Worm? I think that'd be the most efficient way to do it. Because you're gonna have so many
yeah, like
actions.
4 or 5 flagships gonna be tough. I guess maybe 5 flagships not gonna be difficult at all because you can.
If you wanted the flagships, you needed to trash overlords.
Yeah, but that was before you knew that
Hold
you were
on,
gonna.
can you
be
even
able to
do
go for
that?
it.
Okay, well that didn't work too well.
Well, that's why I like the other line.
Yeah. Caravan, guard, and prey, or cabin boy. Okay, maybe it's all good. Maybe you have nothing but hits down there. Or maybe there's 1 card you don't want to draw
3
here.
cities left, I think. Actually,
No,
I'm
2.
pretty sure there's 3 cities left.
Just 2.
Does JNails have 6 cities then?
I think so.
Oh, it does. So there's 1 coin short of the flagship pilot. I guess you would also need points.
If you think you can win next turn, you buy Guardian here, but I'm not so sure.
I think the flagship city line would have been. I don't know. Because then if you do hit a city, then you can overlord camel trains for flagships, and then you don't need 20 coins anymore. I don't know.
Right? True.
Anyway,
True. Yeah.
so not much.
Okay. So
JNails also has.
I was trying to figure out the cabin boy thing. I don't think you can overlord and trash for a duration card, right? Like I don't think that works because you're playing the cabin boy.
Oh.
And
Yeah, but it's trash this to get a duration card.
yeah.
Right? And that's the text that the overlord has.
No. Overlord is playing cabin boy but leaving it there. And so I don't think it can't
right.
trash
Yeah,
can't
sorry.
trash the cabin boy because it expects the cabin boy to be in play. Is I think how that interaction works.
Right. Because Overlord doesn't actually become a copy, it's just plays it from there.
Yep,
Right.
not anymore.
Right.
Its shape-shifting powers have been revoked in long ago.
Right. Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, that makes sense. She did undo something. Yeah. Right. So, well,
Kind of sad that.
JNails found exactly one of its 6 cities. So,
well, that's going to be a good next turn if he has it, which he should, right?
that's a pretty big F.
I don't think so.
I guess BitterWurmcoil didn't manage to get 20 coins last turn, so probably you want to be able to this turn, especially with no city in hand.
So this is province something.
Lowering flagship seems a bit iffy.
Yeah, no, don't touch flagship. Could be province duchy. Yeah. Could be province cabin boy. Cabin boy doesn't really help you next turn.
Improve.
Yeah, it's
Duchy.
probably good to get the duchy. Just like, you know, if BitterWurmcoil takes points here, like, it's important.
Right, one draw, for city. One of the 4 cities.
Gotta be cabin boy, right?
I'm assuming so. Yes, that's basically strictly better than Cameron Guard.
Oh my god, look at all these great cards that JNails can draw. But they should win next
Yeah.
turn, I think, if unless BitterWurmcoil gets a miracle draw here.
So JNails needs to double province.
Or empty estates and buy duchy. Is that enough?
That would tie, I think. Yeah.
No,
not
that
quite.
can't tie. Oh, interesting. Well,
Makes sense.
no,
That's
it's
correct.
still not a tie. It's still win. Oh, never mind. Not now. Now it would be a tie.
Why wouldn't it have 1 plus? Oh, it's 8 plus 3, not 6 plus 3. Sorry, I was counting it as 9 points. Never mind.
So yeah, I think this looks like enough for estates and province.
The owner plays improve. Yeah, that's good enough.
Like you can just worm 5 times.
Sure. It's kind of guess like you've got 40 coins already. It's enough for the states. Then you can 6 copper in hand plus any 2 coins. Yeah.
And double province.
Yeah, with the spare one to boot.
And some duchies from improve. Let's go, JNails. You optimize that VP.
Click those buttons. Click those superfluous buttons.
All right, so JNails wins 4-2 in the final match, A division match in the season. They get rewarded with a demotion.
Alas, it was not good enough.
No.
In their previous.
And yeah, so the only match left will be a championship match between VR Smith and Haka 3. So yeah.
Much to look forward to.
Indeed. Well, thanks for carrying the commentary in game 1 while I finish my lunch.
My pleasure.
All right. See y'all later.
Toodles.